Where's the beef? Gamer Podcast.
Right, so welcome to a new episode of Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast. My podcast. Can't even speak today. My name is Clem Maximus, joined by Chris, who likes to shout at Alexa every 5 minutes. How you doing?
Welcome to our podcast.
You do realize that every time as we're sort of getting ready to record, Chris likes to shout at Alexa like at least 4 or 5 times. Like just now, you were shouting, "Alexa, turn the LED screen off!" And you were like shouting at the poor girl.
She is my bitch. She has to listen to me. I'm her pimp.
What else do you get her to do around the house?
She can turn on my TV, turn on my vacuum cleaner, my lights, my heater, my alarm, my backlight LEDs.
That's what you were shouting at today. Backlight LEDs. Does Alexa wipe your arse?
One day she will.
He's just gonna shout, "Alexa, wipe," and then just stick your ass in the air, and then this tissue comes out of nowhere and starts wiping away.
She's gonna do more stuff. Just wait.
Yes, everyone's waiting for that day, I think, when Alexa becomes a sex toy.
Exactly.
Alexa, perform oral sex.
Then all the women in the world are gonna lose their power, and we're gonna be, the the pick to be the pickers, not the picky.
I think that's already happened, mate. I think men who don't actually get women, they just sat there now with their right hand thinking, "Yes, it's just you and me, my friend, just you and me."
Right. So
what have you been doing today?
guess. Give some guesses.
Oh, do I really have to guess? I don't want to be too rude. I'm just going to say playing Persona 5, I'm sure of it.
It doesn't end. I finished the main game. Now I'm playing the Royale part, which is 30 hours long. So, yeah, I finished the game, but the game doesn't end because it's extended with the Royale story. So, yep, I'm there.
Let me get this straight. So, when you start the game, can you choose to play the Royale parts first if you've already played the game?
No.
Okay, just checking. Like, you have to finish the game before you can get into the Royale stuff?
Yes, because the Royale extended story is like a continuation of the main story.
Oh, man, that's going to suck. So anybody who's actually played the game and finished it has to go all the way through it again, or will it be able to take their save?
Nope. All the way, baby. It's not a DLC.
That's going to suck. That's going to suck so much.
But it's not a DLC.
That's really going to suck. Right then. So, should we get into video game news today? Because I think we have a lot to cover today.
Yes, the news are going to be pretty fast, and we're going to focus on the PS5 event.
All right. Well, let's start off with Need for Speed Heat. Gets its first crossplay. This is from EA. So EA is, dipping its toe into the world of cross-platform gaming. It will assemble crossplay with Need for Speed Heat as of, it's already been done, which was June the 9th, so you can do it now, which is pretty cool. So this will allow PC gamers to play with PS4 gamers and Xbox One gamers together. They'll be able to play. You need to opt into a race against your friends on these platforms, and you'll be able to search for them and use the Find Players menu, which is cool. So what do you think of that then? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's pretty cool. At least you get to play with friends who you wouldn't normally play with, I guess.
Yes, it's very cool. More and more games are doing this cross-platform connection. It's cool, but this is like a big red flag for choosing your next generation console, because a lot of my friends prefer the Xbox, but they usually go for PlayStation because most of their friends are on the PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But now they can buy the Xbox and still play with their PlayStation friends, which is very nice.
Very nice. I like.
Yes, very nice. But again, it's not gonna be like the same because you cannot party chat together, obviously.
Yeah.
So some people might not like. You can still in-game chat, but it's not the same as party chat, because party chat you don't have to listen to fucking nobody's unknowns.
I like party chat. It's really funny. Second I go on party chat, I just start cursing them. I'm like, hey, you. Start talking about their mother in some obscene way. Done. It pisses them off straight away. And you know what? That helps in the game. I think that really helps because it puts them on edge. They start hating you even more. You just plow through as if nothing's going on. Yes, I like.
Me likey.
Right, next story today. Persona 4 Golden is on Steam. This was on PlayStation Vita. I remember that. So this is the next game to jump across to PC. The game is available standard version for $19.99. Deluxe edition will be out as well, which will have the digital soundtrack and art book, which is nice, for $24.99. So it's only an extra, $5? That's kind of cool. Which is cool that the game's launch on PC is the first of the Persona series, which has previously been restricted just to PlayStation platforms. So yeah, this was released in 2012, and it's Persona 4 Golden. I got to mention that Persona 4 Golden is the one that's on PCs now. So did you play Persona 4 or no?
I have played Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. Again, it took over my life. It was amazing.
You know, I'm thinking about it now. I remember when you were playing it because you were like going everywhere with it.
Yes, I in one of the shows I did express my love for Persona 4 Gold on the Vita.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's only $20, and if you never played Persona and you have a computer, it would run it, because if it ran on the Vita, it would probably run on your PC. So buy it. It's $20. It's the best game you'll ever buy. It's like 120 hours of amazing content. Do it now.
Do it now. So yeah, definitely check out Persona 4 Golden. And yeah, I think it. I think I have this on Vita somewhere. I'm pretty sure, because I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII on Vita, the original Final Fantasy VII game. I think I'm almost at the end, because I want to go through it all before the next chapter comes out of the remake. So yeah, I might actually try and find Persona 4 Golden. I will have a look. Definitely, I'll check that out. Next story today: EA confirms Star Wars Squadrons is real. That's right. There was if I'm not mistaken, there was a leak, like quite recently, and people were like freaking out. Squadrons, what's all that about? So, EA has confirmed that Star Wars Squadrons, an up-and-coming game that leaked earlier today, was officially unveiled it will be officially unveiled as of June the 15th, where me and Chris are recording on the 14th, so this will be tomorrow. I think, actually, if you go on to their official page on their YouTube channel, there's a live stream, and it says it's going to be unveiled in 23 hours, 22 hours. I think I went online. I did see that. So apparently this was noticed by a lot of people because there was an image that said pilots wanted. That's kind of nice. I like that. So obviously what we're talking about a kind of like a dogfight / flight sort of action fighting game. That should be cool. Yeah. As long as you get to go in either an X-Wing or a TIE fighter, I'm happy. That's it, done. If I get to go in one of those, I think it'll be pretty cool.
But it has to be like very expanded dogfight, TIE fighter, space shooting, because you already have that mode on Battlefront 2. So it has to be very like, the customization has to be super detailed. It has to have amazing modes to be in a standalone a game. Maybe it's just it's kind of hard for just an TIE fighter game to be fun with just single player. I think it would be kind of boring, to be honest.
Well, obviously, for sure, it's going to be online multiplayer and all that kind of stuff, and I'm sure there'll be a nice campaign as well. I mean, they did it with the what's the flights? What's it called? Oh, I can't remember what the bloody game's called now. The one that with all the planes in it. Ace Combat. I almost forgot the name. Ace Combat has a really good story. Like, I like Ace Combat. Ace Combat's cool. So if they do something similar to that, that'll be kind of cool.
We shall see. This is EA.
Yep. Well, with it being EA, I just hope they don't take everything from Battlefront 2 and just say, okay, clone this and make some more levels.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want happening.
That's what I'm afraid of.
People like it. Do we? I don't remember liking this. So, yeah.
It is fun. The mode is fun on the Battlefront 2, but it's fun to an hour or two fun, not like a 40-hour fun.
We'll have to see. Well, apparently this leak happened with a pre-order link, which came on the front page of Xbox.com. I'm pretty sure that's obviously been orchestrated. Is that the word? Yeah, like it's been planned. You know what I mean? For Xbox.com to post that and then remove it, it's like, yes, let's give them a little taste. So I'm pretty sure that's how that came about. I don't think that was done by accident. Nothing's done by accident in this business. I swear. There is nothing done by accident. So, yeah, that's how the leak came, and obviously they're going to be releasing the reveal tomorrow. So, let's see. Let's see what happens with that. What else we got today? Yes, the Outlast Trials. This should be good. I love the Did you play any of the Outlast games?
I played the first one. The second one's garbage.
No, it's not just garbage. Hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
No, there's a level of intensity of garbage. I mean, the second one, it was garbage, but it wasn't hot garbage. You know.
I didn't know that there was that. So what? So how many intensity levels do we have? Hot garbage, and what? Small bin?
So yeah. So you have let's say dumpster, garbage, dumpster on fire, and you have hot garbage. Hot garbage being.
Hot garbage dumpster on fire. That game is dumpster on fire, man. That's another hashtag we have to use. Well, The Last of Us Trials is coming out in 2021. I played. I think the first one didn't have an expansion as well. There was like a sequel, it was called The Whistleblower or something. I remember playing both of those, and I did play the second one. The second one wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. It was fun because it still had those mechanics of the first game, but it just looked a lot better. You know what I mean? They really put a lot more focus on how that game really looked. Maybe that's why it kind of lost some of its atmosphere compared to the first one, because the first one had so many really good jump scares in there. I don't know if you remember the scene where you were sliding between like a wall and a box, and this dude grabs your shoulder and throws you off the balcony at the beginning. That was pretty intense. I remember jumping the first time I got into that.
Very intense.
Anyway, so Red Barrel have announced that the new game is coming out for next year. It'll be the next chapter in the Outlast series. There's not much to say because I guess you just got to go online and check out the trailer for yourself because it doesn't say anything. They're just saying that it is a direct sequel to the two Outlast games as well. And yes, apparently it's going to be set during the Cold War. So let's see what happens with that. So go online and check out the Outlast Trials. It sounds more like a prequel to me. That's what that sounds like. The Trials. It sounds like a prequel. So yeah. Right, next story today. Surgeon Simulator 2. I hated the first one. Absolutely hated it. Try playing that in VR. It's horrible.
You have played it on VR?
Of course. It's like you're in an ambulance because they give you different scenarios where you have to...
You're an ambulance? You're a literal car?
You're inside of an ambulance. You're not an ambulance. You're inside of an ambulance. And you have to perform CPR and this and that, but... The controls are so messed up, you know what I mean? You're trying to grab things. It's actually quite funny. It's good for a while, but then it just gets really frustrating. So let's see, though. This is coming out in August this year. This will be for PC via the Epic Games Store. You can check out the latest trailer online. And did you play did you play the first one or no?
No, I just know that it was very popular with YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Back then,
I remember seeing a lot of famous bloggers and YouTubers. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's what made the game very famous because of YouTubers back then. That's the only. I know it has very wonky controls on purpose, just to make the game harder.
Frustrating as hard. Yeah, very frustrating.
Yep, that's everything I know about the game.
Right, let's get into your next story today. Let's check out Amazon's New World releases in August. Better coming next month. This is the game that we didn't even know was in development, right?
What's the game's name? We still don't know. What's the name of the game?
Amazon Games PC MMO New World. Is that the name of the game?
No, I don't know what's the name of the game. I still don't know.
Well, it's said to be one of the biggest projects ever produced by the company. Brand new gameplay and details will be revealed. Apparently, they were revealed yesterday. I didn't even see this.
What's the name of the game? I swear I am Googling. It's called New World.
It is called New World because I'm checking the pictures. It's like these people look like they're crossing into the new world. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to fend off, I don't know, native Indians or something. I don't know what this is. Maybe now is not the time to be producing that kind of game. You know what I mean? Racist. I swear.
But why is it New World if it looks like a medieval world?
I don't know. So
right?
Anyway, they're saying the game will feature enormous 100-player fortress sieges, skill-based combat, and the ability to perform, to form companies with each other with different strongholds and stuff like that. So could be fun. I mean, they seem to be putting a lot of money into this, so let's see.
I just mentioned mentioned it in the news just for the memes.
Did you? They got some. I didn't see any of the memes yet. I'll have to go online and have a look.
No, I mean like as a meme. I just mentioned it as a meme, as a joke, because no one cares about this game. Literally, no one knows they're doing a game.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll. Maybe it'd be like one of those games you just have on your phone and you just play it when you're really bored. I don't know, because there's a few games I have on the phone. I'm like, you know what I mean? When you're like waiting at the dentist or some shit, you know what I mean? You're just like, you get your phone out and you play something.
Why the dentist? Couldn't you pick somewhere?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of places that have a waiting room. What dentist? I don't know. The supermarket, not the supermarket. You have to stand up usually. I don't know.
Why? So you'll be in a line to wait so you can get something off a shelf.
I don't know. Just thinking at the top of my head. Do you know any other place that has a waiting room other than a dentist?
Waiting room?
Yeah, a place where you have to sit and wait. The doctors, the hospital,
the DMV.
DMV?
Yeah.
That's what you came up from, DMV, man.
Where you renew your driving license. Yeah.
Right. We're going to go into the PlayStation 5 event then.
Yes.
All right, because there's a lot of games to get through anyway, so we can go through detail by detail. Before we start talking about each of the game, do you want to talk about how the actual PlayStation 5 looks first? Because I think that would be a nice little topic.
I just want to talk about the event chronologically, how they started, and
then finish with the thing at the end.
Yeah.
You're such a pain in the ass.
Why?
Because the thing when that thing started, what's the first thing everyone was saying in the comments on the right? Show us the console. Show us the console. You're gonna do the same thing now.
They already know how the console looks like.
As soon as that thing started, I was looking at all the comments. Show us the console. Show us. That's all I saw on the right. Show us the console. And some guy shouting out Xbox rules. All right, let's start with the first game. The first game that PlayStation 5, because apparently this was like it was one of the. In fact, I think it broke records. It was like the biggest online reveal ever or something. I don't know how many millions of people were watching at the same time with that. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So the event started, and they were like jerking us with the square and the triangle and the O and the cross logos and whatever. And it's the next gen reveal, and what would they start off? Do you see the Rockstar logo? I'll be like, fuck, is this GTA 5? Is this the next GTA 6? We were so excited. Nope. GTA 5 Online. Is that how you start your show for the next gen? Like I get it. It's the GTA 5 Online. It's still so huge. It's so huge. It's like if you go to Twitch, still like 40 or 50% still GTA 5 Online. I mean, as long as people are going to play it, the game is never gonna die. You're never gonna see GTA 6. Stop playing GTA 5 so you can see GTA 6. Stop complaining for not seeing GTA 6 anymore because you're still playing GTA 5. If you want the game to die, you have to stop playing the game. And I'm not joking.
Mind you, when I first saw the sign, I had all these different Rockstar games in my head. The first one that jumped into my head was Max Payne. I thought it was going to be a Max Payne reveal. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, Max Payne. That's what I thought, because the last one we had was Max Payne 3, and that was cool. I thought there'd be like Max Payne 4. That's what I was like waiting for. Then it was like, now you can play GTA 5. I was like, oh god, here we go.
I mean, it's fine and dandy. I think a lot of people are going to be happy about this, but it's not how you start the show for the next gen. And you know what's really funny? They were showing off PS4 library footages on a PS5 announcement. PS4 graphics for PS5 announcement. I mean, it's gonna be free for every PS5 owner on launch. I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Just cool. But again, let the game die.
But mind you, if they're giving it out for free on the launch of the PS5, obviously GTA 5, PlayStation 5, that's obviously why that's been chosen. But also, I think Rockstar is going to be announcing something new around that time as well. Because if they're going to be doing that for free, then that means everyone knows they've been working GTA 6 for a while. They've been on this for a long time, many years. So it will be interesting if they drop something about it. Maybe just a logo or something, you know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. In development. Kind of like Metroid. In development. Okay.
Then we will never see it again.
Again.
We're 60.
I swear, in development. It's been in development for like 10 years. Right. Your first actual reveal during the event has to be Spider-Man Miles Morales. That got me excited because I loved the Spider-Man game. It was such a good game.
Super excited to play Spider-Man Miles Morales but I was a bit confused because I didn't know if this was like a direct sequel because it didn't make sense because Peter Parker's story obviously didn't finish.
Yeah.
So after a while, we were told that it's like it's a standalone DLC, like First Light, Infamous First Light, and the Uncharted one, Lost Legacy, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a DLC, maybe $20 or $30, a game like that. Gonna be like maybe 6 hours, 5 hours, which is cool. Like Spider-Man game on release. It's 2020 on holiday. To have it next on a PS5, it would be cool, like a small game to enjoy.
No, it's cool. I did thoroughly enjoy Spider-Man, although it is like in my top like superhero video games of all time. But for me, when I started playing Spider-Man for the first time, the battle system is a complete rip of the Batman Arkham games, and a lot of people kind of forgot that. When you play it and you start fighting, it almost plays identical. Identical.
That's what most games has done, to be honest. For example, Shadow of Mordor, something like that, is the same as Batman. Yeah, a lot of games have done that. Everything that's not super hack and slashy, it's like arcadey and slash hack and slashy, and an adventure mix of that bag. Because it's the best mechanic. And nobody has invented a better mechanic yet. Before Batman, we didn't we had a certain way of doing things, which was the best. Now Batman came out and became the best. So everybody's gonna everybody's gonna copy the best mechanic until someone comes up with some better idea.
I think in the end it's a genre, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like you have genres of games. You have first-person shooter, you have racing, and you have this style of sort of action beat 'em up. Because a lot of games have this mechanic as well. So yeah, I like. Go on.
Yeah, so I was saying, for example, in first-person shooter, there wasn't actually a down aim sight until Killzone made it. I think so. I think Killzone was the first game. So
Killzone was good.
Yeah, so no one did it until someone did it, and they were like, "Yeah, this is like a better way to play the game," and everybody copied it. Until we get something better, we're not gonna see something different, which is fine because it's still fun.
Killzone was Guerrilla, wasn't it, as well? The guys who did Horizon Dawn, yeah? Yeah, so once they're done with Horizon, I reckon they're going to get into a new Killzone for the PS5, unless they've already started. Because one thing about Killzone was when that game dropped, it would always drop on a new platform. I've noticed that, you know, when PS3 came out, there was a new Killzone. When PS4 came out, there was a new Killzone. I reckon there'll be a new Killzone for PS5 at some point down the line. That would be cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it now, but whatever.
Right. Next game went into Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 7 has always been a good-looking franchise anyway. It's always taken the best of what it's got and sort of really pushed those limits. But when I saw I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe because I was watching on the PC, but for me, it still felt a bit like a PS4 game when I first saw it.
Yeah, you're watching a stream on a 720p computer. It was confirmed by Digital Foundry that it's native 4K and 60. I think so.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but the problem was even the stream for the PlayStation was 1080 and 30 FPS. So even you couldn't stream in 4K. But if you want to see the better resolution, you can go to their YouTube channel and search for the trailer, and you can watch it in 4K. So it looks a lot better. It looks very good.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Gran Turismo 7, because I think it's also the official racing game for the Is it the FIA, the Racing Federation thing? Because they use that they're doing like all these different online virtual tournaments and that kind of stuff. They use Gran Turismo, so obviously that's going to be like another official game for them, you know, for the official racing companies all over the world. Yeah. And the thing is go on. Yeah,
similar to FIBA, right?
Yeah, exactly. Same kind of thing. They have like an official game that they use for doing, you know, promotions, that kind of stuff. Like you said, FIFA has FIFA and whatever. And, you know, I think the FIA have Gran Turismo. So obviously with all the licensed cars and everything, it'll be pretty cool. And as you said, with the graphics and everything, I think that's going to be pretty slick. Do you think will that be a PS5 exclusive, or is it coming out on PS4 as well?
Good question. No, I think it's going to be exclusive on PS5.
Because if it's an exclusive, that'll be better for that. You know what I mean? Because obviously, if it's a cross-generation game thing, you're not going to feel it. You know what I mean? You'll just see like better textures here and there and this and whatever. But if that's going to be an exclusive on PS5, then that's going to look pretty slick. Especially when it comes to actually racing. You know what I mean? You need that.
I'm pretty sure it's exclusive because the Gran Turismo always go for the best for the newest hardware, for the newest features, because Gran Turismo were one of the games to have like 3D TV, whatever, and they did also on the PS3, and they did also the VR. They did. They're always the first company to adapt the new mechanics. So I'm 100% sure Sony has them as to show off, you know, the prettiness of their console. So I don't think it's gonna come on the PS4.
Fair enough. But I also like. I think one thing I did like about the Gran Turismo games, they had amazing soundtracks. They had really good soundtrack. I remember the soundtracks were brilliant, and all of them, they were really cool.
Yeah, 100%. Agree.
Agree. Right. Next game that was shown during this event was Ratchet and Clank, which is nice. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This looked pretty cool. I like the Ratchet and Clank games. They're a lot of fun. I've always liked the games. I like the they did the remaster for PS4 as well. It was good. It was a really good remaster on that. So, but I love the way, because what they showed during that was, I think it was pretty much gameplay. That's what they were showing when they were jumping through all those different rifts. It was insane. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like, it showed off showed off the power of the SSD, how fast it loads from one world to another world in an instant. We're jumping from one rift to one dimension to another dimension, and we also saw like a demo gameplay that was happening and and I think you cannot do the way you want to do this game without that fast SSD, because there's no way it's gonna look as slick and as fast and without popping textures without that fast SSD. It's like a very cool demo to show off the strength and what the PS5 is capable of.
Yeah, 100%. I loved how it because it had them sort of they were grinding on a rail, they went through a rift, and then they were falling, they landed on a dragon, but you were still, I think what I liked about the demo is that it showed that you were still in control of the character, you know what I mean, or the characters, Ratchet and Clank. It wasn't like a cutscene, like where games, they do the cutscene because obviously they're going to load the next part, so they take control while things are loading and you can see what's going to happen next. Or, they go through something where a load screen's going to come in. With this, you're still in control, which I think is going to be very interesting especially in a couple of years down the line, how these games are going to progress. Because obviously, as we were talking before, you mentioned this before, that, when you have a lot of games that are cross-gen, especially when a new console is released, it takes a bit of time for people to get on board. You know what I mean? Like when PlayStation 4 got released, Xbox One got released, it takes a bit of time for everybody to get hold of it. And, developers really start developing their games because they know that everyone has this now. So, yeah, really interesting stuff. I can't wait. So, as long as it's as fast, as slick as that, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy times.
We also got Ratchet.
Which is nice.
Yeah, right, I like the design.
Yeah, it's very good. Next game today is Project Athia, not Athena, Athia. Am I saying that right? Athia.
Athia. Yeah,
Athia.
This game...
we're like, Athia.
Yeah. At the moment my eyes was set on this game, I thought Final Fantasy 15? Final Fantasy 15? Is this Final Fantasy 15? And it seems like they're using the Final Fantasy 15 engine. And it looked like as a tech demo. Take it as a tech demo. It looked amazing. The particle effects, the geographical structure, the lighting. It looks. I think for me this was the most next gen looking game I saw in the whole event. Yeah. But again, it's called Project Athia, and it's from Square Enix, and we know Square Enix. When they announce a game, we're probably never gonna see it after 10 years. Like Final Fantasy 13 versus, then it became 15, then it became whatever the fuck. Then it came out with a movie. They were like, sorry, we're gonna delay it because we have to make a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny that you bring up Final Fantasy, because I know that Final Fantasy 13 was the basis or the tech for the Final Fantasy 7 remake. Because when I was playing the remake, there are a lot of similarities to Final Fantasy 13, and as you were saying, like,
sorry, 13 as with the character Lightning.
Yes, that was 13. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you had a brain fart, but okay, go on.
No, I'm just saying that was the basis for Final Fantasy 7.
Are you
remake.
Sure?
I think so. I remember watching a documentary about it. I think they were talking about how 13 was sort of like the catalyst to get that one going. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Okay.
Maybe I'm mistaken. Well, anyway,
Okay.
let's just say the Final Fantasy franchise. So we don't get anyone saying, but no, it's not this one. It's not this one, it's this Final Fantasy. All right, calm down. So anyway, it's either Final Fantasy 13 or 15. One of them was the catalyst for Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And as you said, when I started watching this, I thought it was going to be a Final Fantasy game. First thing, I thought, wow, this is going to be Final Fantasy. And then the name came up. I was like, unless it's Project Athia, a Final Fantasy story or something. You know what I mean? They'll slap that at the end when they decide what it's actually going to be.
I mean, it's because it's using the same engine of the Final Fantasy. That's why we thought it might be a Final Fantasy game.
Well, I just saw Square Enix instantly. I was like, Final Fantasy! First thing, Square Enix,
Because
Final
that's
Fantasy!
the only game they announced, right?
Cool, so get ready for that then. So that looks kind of cool. Another game which looked really, really strange was Stray.
Cats.
Is that what, you play a cat in this? I didn't quite get it. I just saw the trailer. It's like, you see, although the city looked really gorgeous, very bright, I love the colors and everything, and then there was just a cat sat there. I was like, okay. Now what? You know what I mean?
We saw homeless robots like wearing blankets, and the cat was walking along looking at the robots, and the cat like climbed up a pole. And the trailer ended. It looked like it was native 4K, and the fur looked so cool. But again, I don't know what's going on. I think we're gonna play as a cat. We don't know what's the gameplay. We don't know anything about it. But you're gonna play as a cat, and if you're a cat person, you're probably gonna buy it.
Well, according to I'm actually looking at the official press release now for Stray. The game is going to be coming on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, followed by a PC release, which Chris is sitting there going, no! So, yeah, that's happening on PC as well. They're saying it's going to involve puzzle solving, and it's going to have action scenes. So, and that's it. And something about the cat wearing a backpack or something. Was the cat wearing a backpack? I think it was, wasn't it? Someone's with the cat wearing a backpack. Apparently that's something important. I have no idea. So, let's see. The only thing I hope that this game doesn't turn out to be another Sinking City game. I don't know if you ever tried playing the game Sinking City. It looked cool. Nope. It looked really good. And then when it came out, it was just a disaster. It was like, what a terrible, terrible game. Although, all honesty, I played bits of it. I didn't think it was that bad, but you know the critics laid into it. So, and that game looked really good. You know, like when it first came out, that looked really good. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when the game finally gets released. So yeah, cool. Right, in the presentation, it went into 4K, Blu-ray, fast SSD, ray tracing, 3D audio. What's that? Hip-tech feedback. All right, so you're the tech guy. Haptech, whatever the hell. Haptech.
It's the controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a little rundown of what you saw and what technical stuff made you go, ooh.
No. I mean, like they were saying that the PS5 has 4K Blu-ray, fast SSD, and ray tracing, all of that, and the haptic feedback. We already talked about this, where the controller fight backs against you, and let's say you're trying to try to draw with an arrow because of the string being really strong, and the bumper will fight against you, will try to resist as like you're trying to pull back your arrow. Yeah, so that's it. They put a small
fair enough
clip.
A lot of nice features, which is cool. Plenty of things that is going to be cool. Let's get back into the games, because we've still got I'm looking at this list. There's still like a bunch of these fucking games. You've got Sackboy: A Big Adventure. That's Little Big Planet.
What? Did you skip something?
What did I skip? I've got Sackboy here.
Oh, really?
What do you have on your list? He's got his grocery list on there. Must get carrots.
I have. What is it? Where is it? did we skip this game? Oh.
Which game?
Okay, it's the Eternal or the Eternal from the house Returnal. With house.
Returnal. I don't have that on here. Yeah, it is not written here, boy.
I forgot to add
Returnal.
it. I'm sorry.
Returnal was like one of the games that I actually liked because that was a horror game.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to skip it, because I know you want to talk about it.
Is this the game that's written by the same people of Dead Space? Because the people of Dead Space said that they were going to be unveiling a game that they wrote, the writers of Dead Space. They said that, I'm presuming it's this one, because this is kind of a Dead Spacey kind of game.
I don't know. It's by House Marquee. What the fuck did they make?
I don't know. They're not the same people who developed it. I think it might be the writers. But anyway, this game looks cool. This is like a kind of like a third-person shooter. It looks like you kind of like repeat death over and over again. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Dark Souls, but maybe it's an actual shooter-style Dark Souls game. I don't know. I'm just thinking on the top of my head because it didn't really explain what the game was, but it looked like it had some nice horror features in it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know, it felt like Edge of Tomorrow. Like she keeps dying and coming back, keeps dying, coming back. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Hence the name Returnal. So yeah. Should be good. Again, because a lot of these were just teasers, so there's a lot of stuff that we don't actually know about these games. But I know that this is definitely a PS5 game. I don't know if it's coming out on PS4. What I mean, yeah, it's an exclusive. That's right. It's a PS5 exclusive. So yeah, this is probably something that's going to look shit hot, as we say in the industry. I think this game's going to, because it looked pretty good when I was watching the demo, you know what I mean? It had like kind of like roguelike gameplay, you know, it looked really nice, like kind of like survival on a planet kind of thing. I don't know, I'm just thinking on the top of my head, so it should be nice.
Maybe it would be like roguelike if she's gonna die every time, and it'd be like new map, new, you know, pathways every time. That would be interesting.
Should be interesting. I like. So yeah, get ready for that one. So that's yeah.
If you have big
Returnal.
PP, you will play this game.
Sackboy. I'm getting into Sackboy now. That's the next game.
Yes.
Sackboy: A Big Adventure. All honesty, it looked exactly like Super Mario Odyssey.
So yeah. So Sony was like, you know, we want the games for the kids. And they made Sackboy. It's not Little Planet. What? Little Planet.
Little Big 4? Planet. Little Big Planet is there. Yeah.
It's not Little Big Planet 4. It's like an arcade Mario game, but it's not.
No, I was looking at it. I thought this is just, you know, I think they just sat there and said, right, we need a game that's going to appeal to everybody. And someone stood up and said, right, Mario appeals to everybody. Let's make a Mario game, but use someone else. Who are we going to use? And they said, well, we've still got this Sackboy thing sat here. We haven't used him for a while. Let's use that. So that's pretty much how that came about. I'm sure of it.
I mean, again, 100% agree with you.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's not like, don't get me wrong, Little Big Planet is fun, it's cool, but it's not like a game I get excited for on release. You know what I mean? Oh, Little Big Planet 3 is coming out. You know what I mean? It's not something I'm like, ooh, you know, dying to play, but I mean, I'd be interested to see how this is. Maybe it'll be good. You never know. It might be a really nice little adventure game, but it really does look like, it looks exactly like, in fact, not Mario Odyssey, actually. It looks like, did you play Yoshi's Crafted World?
Yes, it was hot garbage.
No, Yoshi's Crafted World was good. How dare you? It was a good game. It looked like that.
It was so boring.
Like
I mean,
no,
it wasn't just easy. It was easy even for kids. Like, I know kids are dumb, but they're not that dumb.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was nice. In general, I like the Mario games. So you know what I mean.
Nostalgia blinders.
It doesn't matter. You're like you played it. Even you were like, Yoshi, I will try.
Nostalgia blinders. It wasn't good.
It was good. He just doesn't know any. He doesn't know his head to his asshole. Right. Let's get into your next game. Destruction All Stars.
Yes.
What was the first thing you thought when you saw it?
Rocket League.
Yes, that's because I was watching this and Chris sent me this message, Rocket League. I was like, it does. It looks like a Rocket League game.
Yeah.
So
everyone,
it'll be cool.
yeah, everyone is trying to find this new place in the market where the Fortnite is, the PUBG is, the Rocket League is, and if this game is a free to play game, which it should be, I think it'd be very smart to make a game like this free to play and take the Rocket League road. But it has to have a very good gameplay, right? Like it seems like two-car crashing, even when your character comes out from your car, you can go lucho libre on other cars, which is cool. You can still destroy cars even you're walking. I don't know. It looks fun. It looks something I might enjoy if it knows how to keep my interest.
Yeah,
we have to see. We have to see.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. I mean, I saw it. I like the fact that you can actually. I think from what I'm seeing, you can actually get out of your car. Like
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, you can perform the like you look like you can perform tricks when you jump over cars and stuff. That looked kind of interesting because I saw the points going up when you were doing backflips over cars as they were charging towards you and stuff. It kind of reminded me of like a futuristic Twisted Metal. That's what it looked like to me when I first saw it. So yeah. Right, let's get into your next game because I'm looking at the list. We still have a lot to get through yet. So, next game is Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. Looks nice. Looks very nice, actually. This looks like a very well crafted game. Was this the one that had the two guys talking about this is their game that they've developed? It had like a little speech or something before, and then they got into the gameplay and stuff.
I don't know. When I see humans, I don't pay attention to them.
Well, anyway, the gameplay looked really nice. Very green, very lush, lots of nature. Looks like you've got all these weird sort of stony monster kind of things looking around. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah. It looks so Pixar-like. Visually, it was very good. And there was some, platforming. You heard some small, cute creatures. I saw some of the gameplay where like you blow up some monsters with your staff, so maybe some magic elements. It looked fun, but again, I don't know what's going on. Although most of these games, I don't know what's going on. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want to get too hyped for any game. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Well, let's see. I mean, as you say, a lot of these games, of course, are still heavily in development now. So, you're not going to see these ones for a while. But as you said, we will be optimistic about it. Okay, I've got to get into this next game because this one just confused the fuck out of me when I saw this one.
Yeah.
Goodbye Volcano. What the hell was this?
Goodbye Volcano High.
Oh, goodbye. Okay, it just says Goodbye Volcano here. Goodbye Volcano High. It was strange as hell. I sat here thinking, what the heck? There was like somebody singing, some kind of like these dudes with animal heads looking at a campfire. I can't remember. I was so traumatized when I saw this.
It's like a very bad computer animated 2D like you see on YouTube on the old days.
Yeah.
And they were like, it looks like a teen TV series drama. And now they're trying to convey, and I'm not sure, I don't know if they're trying to convey gameplay or they're trying to convey story or if it's like more of a I don't know, what is it? It's so weird.
Kind of looked, well, no, it kind of looked like it was going to come out in episodes. I don't know, maybe that's that it didn't say that, but that's the impression that I got from it. You know what I mean? Like it looked like a tall tale kind of thing. But I have a feeling this is also coming on PS4 as well. Hell, it might even come on Xbox 360, PS3 by the looks of it as well. It does, you know what I mean? It didn't. I wasn't impressed that much, to be honest, maybe because I just didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? I was just like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Vita release confirmed.
Next game, Oddworld, Soulstorm. I like this because I'm a fan of Oddworld. I played Oddworlds when it first came out all those years ago. I loved the destruction in this, and I love the fact that they've taken the gameplay of the original game and they've really pushed it up. Like, did you see, man, when Abe was on that train and it was like exploding and he was running on all the platforms? I was like, what the hell? It looked really good.
Yeah, I never played the game on the PS1. I'm sure a lot of people will love this game to come back, even if it's a remaster. So, good for you. I'm happy for you.
I like that. Was it a remaster or it's a brand new game? I think it's a new one, isn't it?
No. I think it's a remaster.
Nah, it's a sequel. No remaster, darling.
Google this.
Oddworld
Oh my God.
up-and-coming platform game developed by... It is the continuation of 2014's Oddworld New and Tasty. Okay, it is a re-imaging. All right, fuck you. I'm reading it now. It is a re-imaging of the 1998 Oddworld's Abe's Exodus, which is scheduled for the time. All right, well...
Never ever, Clint, argue with the master.
I will argue as much as I like. But anyway,
Shadow of the Colossus is not a remake, it's a...
Shadow of the Colossus is a proper remake. It's amazing. He always gives me shit about it. Next game. Next game is Ghostwire Tokyo. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Nice first-person action / I'm presuming horror as well by the looks of it. Looks like a bit of a horror game as well, so...
Yeah. All Tokyo...
Cool.
Yeah, all Tokyo seems like it's haunted by supernatural beings, and you have to kill them off and cleanse the city from what looks like it. It looks very anime, first person, a bit of like Neo. I got a bit of like Neo hacking style from it, which is
yeah.
I don't know. It looked fun. It didn't look like a $60 game fun, but it looked like fun. It did you wait for the sale fun.
No, but I like the fact that you do like the... I don't know if you noticed the hand gestures when our protagonist was performing like fight scenes, like, you know, the things that they do in the hands, like, you know, you see it in Japanese animation a lot.
Like ninjutsu hand signs.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought that was cool. I really like how they did that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like to perform like a portal to get rid of a demon, to attack something. So I know. The thing is, I like stuff like this. I'm into like the horror stuff, and I like stuff with, you know, like this kind of genre as well. And plus, it looked pretty good. I liked how the city looked. And there's some brilliant... If you go online and check out some of the screenshots, there's some of the screenshots where you're in things like hospitals and you're in like... It looks like some dark alleyways. Some of them look really, really well done. The environments look crazy. And even the developers, they came on before the video and said that without the power of the PS5, they couldn't develop this style. You know what I mean? They couldn't develop the city the way they wanted. So, man, no, fingers crossed this is another good one that comes out. So let's see. Let's get into your next one today. Jet. The Far Shore.
Yeah. I think I have only one problem with this game. As when they showed the logo, and I wasn't sure what it was called. It was called It's the weirdest logo ever. I had to Google what this game was called.
Yeah.
So...
Was this the one where the like the plane or the spaceship is going over the sea and stuff like that? Is it that one? Is that the one I'm thinking?
I think so. It was so forgettable.
So forgettable.
Yeah, if I don't remember it, because there's a lot of other games. I remember Kenya. I remember Little Devil Inside. I don't remember this game because it's forgettable.
Well, it didn't look next gen, put it that way. You know what I mean? I remember seeing it. I thought, it looks like a PS4 game. So, you know, I think I did like the bit where I think the beginning there was a rocket taken off and the camera kind of pans up with the rocket and then it shows it sort of going over the landscape. So again, you never know. It might be one of those sort of indie, you know how some of these indie games, they just become so popular. You know what I mean? Like they just sort of come out of nowhere. So let's see what happens with that. Next one is Chris's favorite, Godfall.
Who said it's my favorite?
You said the graphics look amazing. You told me,
What?
wow.
No,
Best looking thing since Anthem is what you told me.
dude. The first time I even saw this game, I said this game looked very meh.
This game looks meh.
Meh. You know what? When I was watching this game, I'm like, this is gonna be free to play game. I'm 100% sure this game looks like free to play because there's like no fucking resources put into it. It looks so bland, to be honest. I'm not kidding. I know it's from the Gearbox guys, but don't forget Gearbox did that. What's that game called? That was like a clone for Overwatch, but that wasn't. What was it called?
Oh, I can't remember.
Gearbox Battle something.
Oh, let's have a look. Well, Gearbox did the Borderlands franchise, didn't they?
Yeah,
Oh, Battleborn.
Battleborn.
Yeah, Battleborn, yeah.
That game died really quick. So again, I think they're trying to do something like that, similar, because you can play this game co-op.
Okay.
I mean, if it's good, even though if it looks like kind of bland and boring, but if it's fun and free to play.
Yeah, well, thing is, I remember I told you when I was watching the gameplay, it looked very, even the fighting looked very kind of slow and like,
Yeah.
and it looked very jerky. I don't know if that's the word I'm using right, but it looked like the game was stuttering at some points.
Yeah.
Like, you know, remember I told you, like, when that sword was coming in, it was like, you know, I thought there's something wrong. You know, this game doesn't feel right. So I don't know. I really hope we're wrong, and you never know. Anyway, it'll be a big seller because it's coming out around the same time as the PlayStation 5, no? Or it's going to be, I don't know, is it a launch title or no?
I have no idea. I have to check.
Yeah,
Checking. What is it? Godfather actual. Oh wait, there's a new news called the leaked PS5 God of War footage is actually the whatever. What is
God
it?
of War or Godfall?
Godfall. Sorry. No, there's nothing. There's nothing saying that's coming up on holidays. Yes, it says Godfall launches holiday 2020. So
Yeah, so it's a launch title.
yeah, maybe.
All right, fair enough. Cool.
Yeah.
Right, next game, Solar Ash. Kind of looks like a PS4 game, like an indie game, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like a woman, purple goddess woman who's skateboarding into a black hole.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
like a big black hole that she's in. It looks interesting. It kind of reminds me. There's a game this looks exactly like. Oh, I'll tell you what bloody game that is now.
When
It
you
was
take
on.
acid.
No, I'm trying to think what game this looks like. Oh, this is gonna bug me now. Switch
Dead Cells?
games. No, was it called Prey?
Pray.
Not Prey. No, it wasn't called Prey. Oh, this is gonna bug the hell out of. The thing is, I've got the image in my head. The front cover has a tower, a white tower, and there's a kid stood there with like a bandana thing on his head, like a white thing. In the game, you sort of stuck on an island. Oh, crikey!
Rem?
Yeah, what's that one called?
Rem? Something like that?
Rem?
Rem?
Rye? It's this. Yeah, you've got it. It's that one.
Which one was it?
Oh man,
Rem?
Rin. Was it Rin? Yes.
Is it Rem?
It looks like this. Rime. It looks to me. It looked like that a lot. That style
But in
of game.
space.
But this one is in space. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's the same developers, and we're like, oh, it looks the same.
You
Who
think
knows?
so?
You never know. Right, next game, because otherwise we're going to be stuck on that one for ages. Hitman 3.
Yes.
I like the Hitman games. I think I might have skipped over the one that was in... Was it in episodes? The last one.
First one.
The first one was in episodes, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
skipped. I bought the
Yeah.
game and I didn't play it because they tried. They tried to be so smart about it. It's a $60 game. You get 6 episodes. Blah blah blah. And you have to wait for the other episodes to come out, and you don't know when they're gonna come out. So what they do is that Episode 1, here it is. It's just 1 hour, but you can replay it 50 times and you can kill the same guy 50 ways. Buh.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think that's why I got bored.
Yeah.
I got very bored in that one. I was like, I didn't even bother with the rest of them, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, anyway, Hitman, we all know what Hitman is. Agent, what's his name? 52,
47.
73, 47. Whatever
I don't know. The bald
Whatever.
guy.
The bald dude with the barcode. I'm sure if you stick his head in a supermarket barcode thing, it says peas, carrots, or something on it. I'm sure of it. Oh my goodness, man! I just really want to stick his head in that barcode thing. Beep. Let's see what he is. Ah, dog food. I bet you're proud about that tattoo now, aren't you? Thing is, I know people who have a barcode as a tattoo on their arm, on the back of their neck, and that kind of stuff. And I've always said, have you ever tried sticking that in a supermarket barcode machine to see what you are? That would be hilarious. All right, next game.
Yeah, then the cutscene ended, and the guy from a developer said, "Here's a glimpse of the game."
Yes, it was literally like 10 seconds. Glimpse of gameplay from the skyline of Dubai or something like that, if I remember. I was like, oh, cool. It showed like Dubai. Oh, it showed like him walking, and then boom, Hitman 3. I was like, that's it. Literally, it was like zook.
Yeah, it wasn't the glimpse developer guy. It was half of a grain, half of the grain of salt.
My goodness. Astro's Playroom. This Astros usually comes out with any PlayStation launch anyway. They have the Astros franchise. Like, they have it with VR and all that kind of stuff. So, party games, looks cool. I'm pretty sure... Aren't they developing a VR for PlayStation 5? Is that the rumor that's going around?
I have no idea.
Well, that's what I've heard. They're developing a new next-gen VR, which will be like HD and that kind of stuff. I'm sure it'll cost a fortune. But anyway, so that'll come with that. Let's skip straight into the next one, which is Little Devil Inside. This impressed me.
All I remember from this game is one guy was climbing out and he was holding a bomb, and he left the bomb and the guy poop came out from his ass. I think the premise of the story is this devil, let's call it Little Devil Inside me, is inside the old man. Then he's fighting the diseases. He's like maybe the white cell or whatever, and he's fighting off the diseases so
Could
the
be.
old man doesn't die.
Or maybe it could be. Or I was getting the impression that maybe he's just reading a book and it's his imagination. You know what I mean? This is his daily life, and he goes off into this Little Devil Inside adventure that he has, and he does it. But did you see how impressive this game? I don't know if you noticed this game, but okay, fair enough. It has a very kind of like a cartoony comic book / kind of cutout premise. But man, when you see the details of when he was walking in the desert, when he was, there was a scene where he was seen, there was like an octopus tentacle coming out of the water, and I think there was a scene where he was in like a bog or a marsh. Man, it looked really impressive, by the way. It looked really good. Even like things like the textures and the background with the mist and everything, man, I was really impressed with the way this one looked. This is something that I would typically play. This is something that I would like.
Yes, I cannot wait for the Vita version.
Cheeky twat. Right. NBA 2K21. Impressive.
Sweats.
Very
It impressed me with its sweats
It
on the
impressed me with
forehead,
the
sweats on the face, sweats everywhere.
Nah, NBA 2K21 looked very, very slick. Very, very cool. Again,
Yes.
we'll have to wait until the game actually comes out to see what they've actually done. But man, even before they went on, there was, they were just saying, it's something that's going to be very impressive. And it just looked nuts. It looked, especially when it sort of zoomed on his face and you saw all those details and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, like individual beads clearly dripping down their faces, like the sweats.
yeah. Nah, it looks crazy.
It does. So,
Crazy.
next game. Next game.
By the way, Chris doesn't like sports games. By the way, this is why he just went straight on. So, yeah. And by the way, it was Zion Williamson who was the NBA star who's actually going to be the one in that game. So
you made it like you like sports game. You didn't even know who the name of the player is.
I recognize him. I'm not an NBA fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm not an NBA fan. I like rugby. I like football. That's it. They're the games that I like. British football. British
soccer?
Football. No, that's the term that the Americans use because they have a game called football where they don't even use their bloody feet. So, very rarely they use their bloody feet. Right.
I agree with you. Next game is called Bugsnax.
Yeah, that was the weird one, right? Where he was eating fruit and shit.
Yeah. There's like this hippopotamus Steve Irwin. Hippopotamus, he's like acting as like Steve Irwin, and a very cute strawberry was walking around. He just grabs it and eats it. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell is this? It was weird.
So weird. It's the creators from Octodad, so.
Well, mind you, I loved when that came on. I was on the official PlayStation stream on YouTube when I was watching the thing. I just looked to the right to see the comments on this, and people were just like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? Why is he eating fruit? Someone said, why is he eating fruit? There was another guy who just went on a rage. Oh, man, I think, if you go online and you watch the video again, you can still see the comments and stuff on the right, yeah, I think, on some of the channels.
Yes.
Go watch the comments just on that game. You will die. You will die. Right, next game. Demon Souls. I got messages from Chris saying, oh my god, I'm jizzing in my pants. I think, I don't know what you did. So, Demon Souls, their big remake is coming. That looks insanely crazy. So, you played Demon Souls, right?
Yes, I did. Of course I did. It was my first Souls game.
And are you excited for the new remake?
Of course I'm excited. I cannot wait to die, to die, to die, to die, and to die.
I don't know. I think that's what I don't like about the Souls games, that you just die non-stop. It frustrates me.
Yeah, because you are a noob, you suck.
I'm not a noob, man. I've finished a lot of these style of games before.
No,
it's just not my cup of tea.
You know, if I was the Sony CEO, you know what I would do?
What?
Every person who buys a PlayStation 5, and the only way to unlock the PlayStation 5 and like play other games is you have to finish Demon Souls. It's the only game you can play until you finish it.
That's hilarious. Oh my! You'd be the most hated man on the planet. Some people will love you. Some people will absolutely detest you.
I don't want non-gamers playing on consoles. Fucking Candy Crush people.
Candy Crush people.
No, really. I'm so excited about this game, and there was a lot of comments saying that it doesn't look as dark and grimy as the original, but the original couldn't, like, I think I think they couldn't do bright areas as they wanted because PSC wasn't as technological, capable. So I don't think Blue Point, which they made they make amazing ports of this game and remastered. Sorry.
No, don't go there with me.
Except for
Shadow of the Colossus.
Except for that game.
From the ground up by those developers, by Blue Point Games. Read about it. Go online and read about it.
Except for that game. I'm sure they had contact with the developers and said, is this your vision when you actually wanted to make, but you couldn't because you were technologically constrained? Of course, they're gonna have some kind of connection with the developers. They're not gonna like make an area more brighter because they want to. So
Yeah.
very excited though.
Nice. So yeah, get ready for that one. That one is a coming. Let's get into your next game today. So we've done Demon Souls. Now we're doing Deathloop. Deathloop. I'm pretty sure this is going to be. I don't know. It looks cool. I like the concept of it. It didn't feel next gen at all when I saw it, though. I'll be honest. But I'm presuming that's because it's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One as well.
Yeah, I think so. It's the same developers who made. When I was watching the trailer, I was like, this looks like a mix of I wrote it of Bioshock and Dishonored, and I just looked it up, and it was actually the people who made Dishonored, behind Dishonored, developers of Dishonored. So
is it Arcane Studios?
it's Arcane Studio, yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's Arcane Studios. Yeah, they're really good developers, by the way. I think they're really good. I like.
Yeah. It looked very stealth, and there was a lot of firepower like Bioshock, and a lot of cool, powers, which I don't know. It's very very fun to play. It's not like the best looking game or the most technological looking game, but it's a fun game.
It'll be a lot of fun. These are the guys who also did Prey.
Oh,
they did the game Prey, which. Bad. It was bad, but I think it got better with the patches. Because I think it had so many technical... I think the reason why it got such bad reviews was because of all the technical difficulties this game had. But I think I think even you... Didn't you play it for a while and you said it got better? Was it you or... I can't remember.
No,
someone told me that
Prey. I was playing Prey recently on Game Pass, and... I don't know. I was playing on even normal difficulty, and the game was fucking hard. It's what is this? I have to count my fucking bullets. What is this stupid game? No, I did not.
I think I have Prey on PS4 somewhere. I might actually reinstall that and give that a shot. Cool. Right. So get ready for Deathloop. Looks cool. I think basically it's like your protagonist is being chased by another assassin. I'm presuming you've got other missions to do. I'm presuming there's co-op and different multiplayer. On that game as well, but as Chris was saying, it looks fun. I think this is one of those games where you just want to kick off and shoot a few things, and it looks kind of cool with a lot of the slow-mo sections as well. So let's see what happens with Deathloop. They seem to be excited about it online. To be honest, I'm seeing a lot of good things about it. So
yes. So this next game is Pragmata. We skipped one because I don't want to talk about that game. Pragmata is...
Man, come on. This is the one trailer that I was like... Well, actually, there's two trailers I was oozing from the side of my mouth. Come on. Okay. Resident Evil 8 Village. Awesome. Looks cool. They've kept that first-person perspective from Resident Evil 7, which I like. I'm presuming that our protagonist is going to be Ethan. I forgot his bloody name. Resident Evil 8... Ethan. Yeah, Ethan. So I think you're still going to be playing as Ethan from the last game, Resident Evil 7. But the thing I like about this is because they've put a new twist on the Resident Evil games. In this, you're going to have werewolves. Werewolves and witches. But the thing is, I like a lot of the comments where people are like, they can't get any new ideas, now they put werewolves. Man, werewolves have been in the Resident Evil games for years. Read the short novels. Yes, they bloody well have. It pisses me off when people don't check their shit. Man, it annoys me. And even read this. There's a bunch of Resident Evil short stories. Man, there's parts where werewolves were showing up in Raccoon City. So this is what pisses me off. People need to check their source material before they just rant online. And also one thing that I also digged in this game was one of the main good guys from the Resident Evil franchise, Chris. Chris is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of... I'm going to give a big spoiler here in case you haven't played Resident Evil 7. But at the end of Resident Evil 7, Chris is working for Umbrella. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's not like he's like... in the game. He just shows up at the end with the Umbrella outfit on. You're like, hang on a sec. And he comes and helps you. So, cool. It looks like they're carrying on with this whole Chris being in the Umbrella Corporation. But obviously, I think this is like a... It's like an undercover thing or something that he's doing to infiltrate. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm excited. Resident Evil 8 kind of. I think what they've done with 8 is because they've seen how much 7 got such good praise for going back to the old horror roots of the Resident Evil franchise. I think they've really focused on, because it's called Village, and if you see the gameplay, it looks like a first person. It looks like a first person Resident Evil 4. It really does.
It looks more, to be honest, it looks more action oriented than like survivor oriented. Like
Oh no,
Resident Evil
it'll
7.
it'll be because Resident Evil 7 was very survival orientated.
Yeah.
And when you look at Resident Evil 7, yeah, it looks like a first person action game, but it's not. I think that's what Resident Evil 8's going to do as well. But as I said, you're going to be in this village, so let's see.
Yeah, but
Let's
Resident
see.
Evil 4 is more action oriented than like surviving oriented. But still, Resident Evil 4 is not a bad game.
No, Resident Evil 4 is one of the best in the franchise because of what they did and how they. Because Resident Evil 4 still had all those jump scares. It still had those environments, those elements where you're like, oh, you felt creeped out. Yeah, it was still a survival horror game in the end. You couldn't just go out and shoot because you'd die. So yeah, if you haven't played Resident Evil 4, get it. It's good. You can get it now cheap on, I think, all platforms now. What's your next game?
Fair enough. The next game is Pragmata. Is that how you say the name? Pragmata?
Was that the one from Capcom?
Yeah, it's from. We thought when we first saw it, and he was with that exo suit, and we were like, "Is this, Death
Hideo
Stranding?"
Kojima. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like a Hideo Kojima game or something.
Yeah, and it was so weird. It was Hideo Kojima weird. Like this little girl comes out, and he was thrust into the space, and the girl, like I don't know, she throws like a yarn of ball which like deflects from a rocket, I think, and they go to the moon, and that's it. That's the main trailer.
It looks cool. It does look like a kind of like you say, like a kind of a Death Stranding kind of style look. Straight away when I saw it, I was like, man, they've been inspired by Hideo for sure. You can see it. You can see the thing in it. So this will be good. I think this is also coming out on. It's for PS5. I'm presuming this is coming out on all platforms. Yeah, I think it's coming out on Xbox Series X and Windows. So
I don't think so.
I'm reading it here. It says
because it says it will arrive in 2022. That's 2 years from now. So I don't think they're gonna like release it on PS4 after 2 years.
I meant PS5, Xbox Series X, and Microsoft Windows.
Oh, okay.
Not PS. If I said that was a mistake. No, I meant it's coming out on all the platforms, like the next gen platforms. So
okay. Fair enough.
Cool. And your final game is Horizon Forbidden West. Wow.
Yes.
Ooh.
Do yourself a favor. Go to the PlayStation channel right now. Do it now and watch it on 4K. If you have a 4K TV, do it. I couldn't, like, my internet is not fast enough to like stream a 4K, so I downloaded the 4K and I just watched the trailer on my TV, and I was like, whoa, this looks so good. Whoa, Aloy.
Oh, yeah,
Aloy, she looks so good. I miss Aloy playing as Aloy. She's so badass. She's so cool. I like playing as her. And again, you know what? I don't care. It's a little political. That's how you do a good female protagonist. You make her like her without shoving, the female. Girls are strong. Female can do whatever. They can do anything. Whatever. That she was strong naturally. She wasn't shoved in. And now down our throat saying that she is strong. She showed us she was strong. That's why I really like her.
Oh, you want to date her?
I would date her. I would date her.
I want to date Aloy.
Yeah, like
Nice.
we saw. I think it's a sequel, right?
Yeah.
There's a play. I think when the game, spoilers, when the game ends, a plague is released. I think so, because it's killing off the wildlife.
Yeah.
And she must discover what's causing it before it's too late. And this game we can explore underwater from what seems like and discover
Yeah.
like secrets underwater, which is super cool, very nice.
Yeah, the underwater. I think they showed some of the actual gameplay from underwater. The bits where she was coming through the seaweed, and like there was that kind of like crocodile thing, robot going above her, and then the camera sort of because the camera stayed on her right side of her shoulder, so obviously that was gameplay. You could see it. She was like moving and looking in. That I was sitting there going, if this is the real gameplay, 100% I'm down for PS5 because that just looked insane. It looked crazy.
Yes.
So yeah, but anyway, Gorilla have been good. This is one thing I like about Gorilla. They've always been good with their new ports and when they've ported something out. You know what I mean? They've dropped a new game. They've always used the technology really, really well on all their games. They've done very, very well.
Death Stranding used the same engine as Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, really? I kind of know. I did not because you tell me that now. But you know, when you're playing it, you're like, wow, this kind of looks like. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain parts of this game and the elements of it. You're thinking, wow, this kind of looks like this game, or you know, maybe they got inspired by this. But wow, I like Death Stranding. I like.
Yeah,
Death
it's
Stranding
the same engine, but I think Kojima heavily modified it to for his own taste. But still,
yeah. Did you end up playing Death Stranding or no?
nope.
You should. It's nice. The
Until
ending's
it's
amazing,
free
by
on
the way.
PlayStation Plus, or somebody give me the disc, I'm not gonna spend $1 on it.
Oh wow! I'm not spending $1. So much happiness in your life, right? And the final thing on the presentation before we head off today has to be the actual look of the PlayStation 5. They finally revealed how it looked. What did you think?
Okay, so it's a big boy. It's a thick boy.
It's like almost twice the size of the Xbox Series X. I saw the comparison. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and there's a two version of it. There's the all digital version and there's the disc version. And the disc version looks like you know the big butt. It has like a big butt. I don't know. It looks weird. It looks like a router. I love the memes.
I love the memes are brilliant. There's so many amazing ones out right now. It's insane. I like the one with the Pope wearing him as a hat. I think that's the best one for me. It looks like the Pope's hat.
Yeah, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those concept consoles you see made by fans, but it never actually is. But this time they would like, I think they couldn't be asked and just copy the fans, you know, futuristic.
Yeah.
Design.
All honesty, I like the design. For me, it looks futuristic. But the only thing that I'm looking at this console, I'm thinking so much dust is going to collect between those panels. You know what I mean? Because the way it's shaped,
yeah,
and it has those bits that the amount of dust I've got to clean out of those fans and you know what I mean? It's gonna be an ass kicker, man. At some point.
Exactly. It doesn't look very easily like cleanable. It's just like
No.
yeah, just like my PS4 Pro, it has very small, you know, intake fans holes. It's so hard to clean it off.
I get the vacuum cleaner on it. I've got a small vacuum, so just to try and suck as much as I can out, and man, never gets clean.
The Xbox Series X looks a lot tighty because the fan it's obviously on the top. And the grills are a lot wider and you can clean it off easier. If you can take off that grill, where there's literally the bottom of it is the fan, it will be so good. If you can literally take off the grill to clean it on the Xbox Series X, I think that would be the best design to do.
Well, Mike, the thing about the Xbox Series X, I noticed that they put the fan grid on top. This is obviously a technical thing because heat rises. And what better way to actually get that heat out by just putting a fucking great big grill on top, man? I think it's genius. Because a lot of the old consoles, they don't have it like that. You know what I mean? It's weird how a lot of them have done it. But this one is spot on.
That's what I said. Like, I don't know. It's like, are you listening when I'm talking?
I'm listening to when you're talking, but I'm telling you, heat rises. I'm trying to be technical.
Okay. But again, if we saw the console, like, is there like you can put it horizontally? Can you or can you not? Or is it just vertically?
No, I think you can. I saw pictures of it on its side, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks kind of weird on the side. I think you're going to have to keep it horizontal by the looks of it.
Yeah. But it was also said by Sony. I think there was like rumors about it's not gonna be jet engine anymore, like the like the PS4 Pro. Doesn't won't sound like a jet engine because I have an Xbox One, right? It's
Yeah.
always quiet. It's always quiet, even when I play very heavy load games. It's always
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's not it's okay. It does make a sound. It does, but it doesn't heat up as much as the PS4 Pro. Maybe because the power supply is not inside the Xbox One. It's
yeah. It's on the
outside.
outside. It's that big brick on the outside, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Because like maybe a lot of the heat it comes from the power supply also.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's interesting. The thing is, talking about old jet engines, I don't even remember the old Xbox 360. You remember switching that on? You sound like a vacuum cleaner. Like, you remember you started like, man,
Really?
it's terrible. Yeah.
My Xbox 360 was always silent. My PS3, my fat PS3 was so loud.
No, the fat PS3 was actually no. Actually, you're right. The fat PS3 was loud, but wait, you know what? I actually have the 360 next to me. It's on. Let me switch it on. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can actually get this.
I think the 360.
Hang on.
Okay.
I need to run a game because it's not going to work. Can you hear that? Like,
Does it? Maybe you have like a faulty 360 or something.
man, my 360 has been chipped. It's been hacked.
Okay.
So that's probably why. Although I
Maybe
still play
so.
some of the old 360 games now and again. It's cool to get on the old ones.
So they also announced some accessories next to it, like a remote control and a
Yeah.
headphone and a camera. So I guess there's gonna be like a bundles for all of them. Maybe get it
Yeah.
on cheaper. So if you think about it, there's gonna be 4 bundles. There's gonna be the PS5 disc. There's gonna be the PS5 digital version, digital only.
Yeah.
There's gonna be PS5 disc with the accessories. There's gonna be PS5 digital with the accessories, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's gonna be 4 versions, or maybe you don't want the PlayStation camera. There's gonna be 6 versions, just with the headset and the remote control. Because you want the remote control.
I don't give a shit about the remote control. I don't care about the remote
Yeah,
control.
whatever. But I want the headset, right? Because I'm not sure our old headsets are gonna work with the PlayStation.
Might be
5.
just Bluetooth, I reckon, maybe. I'm sure they're going to have, third-party accessories are going to be jumping on board. They must have something lined up. Usually they do.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't want to pay. But most of the old headset won't work on the new gen.
Yeah,
They would.
we'll have to
They
see.
will work easily, but they're not gonna make it work because buy the new one.
We will have to see.
Yes. I just want also to add, PlayAsia, the website PlayAsia where
Yeah.
you can. Yeah. So they actually put a price for the PlayStation 5. It was $700. But I think it's just a placeholder. I don't think that's
Yeah,
gonna
of
be
course.
the price. But again, this worries me, right? Like imagine actually cost that much. How much do you think it's gonna cost?
All honesty, I'm hoping for a $500 price tag. I don't think it is. I think it's going to be more.
Which
I have a
version?
feeling it's going to be, like for example, the disc version is going to be like $599.
600 for the disc and the digital.
Yeah, digital maybe 500.
You know what I really wish, like if you're gonna go with all digital, you should like get a bigger hard drive SSD, I mean, because if you're gonna go all digital, that's the only option you're gonna go with. So maybe
much.
they would do the same price, but the all digital will have a bigger capacity. What do you think?
Maybe. No, I have a feeling because I think they did that with Xbox, for example, like the Xbox One. The old digital one, I remember being like $100 cheaper or $50 cheaper to buy it new than the actual disc drive version. So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen with PlayStation 5. You'll get the disc version. Anyway, I think me personally, I'll probably get the disc version anyway because, imagine you're like, as maybe in the coming years from now, you're traveling, you're abroad, and there's a game you see, and it's like, oh, this is such a good price for this game. Oh shit, I can't buy it because I've only got a digital bastard PlayStation 5. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? And plus, who knows how my internet connection here is going to be in the next coming years?
It's not just
go
just that. But don't forget, when a company stops supporting their stores, you're going to lose all of your library. Because let's say you bought games on the Wii, right? On the Wii market. Now the Wii is not, like, it's dead. If there's a game you bought online, you cannot download it again.
True.
Yeah,
but
so
this is why I'm not really. Thing is, and plus for me, it's a nostalgia thing of actually going to the store and buying a physical copy and opening it, getting the booklet. This is the kind of stuff that I like. For me, that's gaming for me. Having a nice collection on the wall. This is my PlayStation 5 collection. You know what I mean? This is nice. This is what I like. So I think for me, it's definitely going to be the disc drive version, because I know so many guys saying, "Oh, I'm going to get digital," and I'm like, well. Me, no. And everyone gets pissed when I say that for some reason. I don't know why.
I want to get the digital just because the games that I will love, like Horizon, The Last of Us, God of War, stuff like that, I want to buy the disc version. But all other games are just going to be digital. For me, it's been maybe 3 years I haven't bought a disc version. Everything is digital.
Yeah.
Just God of War was disc. And Horizon was disc, and everything is as digital, because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna lose all of the games I have on the PS4, I'm not gonna be really sad about it, because I don't want to replay Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't want to replay I don't know what, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Those games are limited. You play them, then you're like, oh, okay, you never come back to it. But a game Horizon, God of War, and other classics, Red Dead, you might have this urge to come back. That's why some games I'm gonna go with disc, and plus the 4K Blu-ray. I love watching some movies on 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray has like 10 times better the resolution than the digital version. Even the digital version says it's 4K. It won't look as good as the disc version, because in the end of the day, you have to stream 4K content, and they cannot make it 50 gig like the Blu-ray version, so they compress it. Even though the resolution is 4K, but it's not actually the same quality as the disc. So there are some movies I would really want to watch on 4K.
Yeah. Now, as I said, though, I think also a thing that I really like is, if I buy the disc, man, who knows, it might be worth something one day. It's not going to be worth anything if it's stuck on the hard drive. You know what I mean? Like, I have limited edition box sets here that are worth hundreds of dollars here because I bought the original back in the day and I've kept it for so long. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the old PlayStation 1 and 2 stuff. And the same thing's going to happen with PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox. You know what I mean? There's always going to be those classic games that are going to be hard to find later on in the years. And if you have them physically, man, they're going to be worth a fortune as well.
When you're 90 years old.
No, I'll tell you one thing that I have, which is worth a fortune. I checked this on eBay. I have the official press release of The Last of Us PlayStation 3. This came in a box.
Whoa.
Which has a bullet hole through the middle. It has the USB cassette inside with the soundtrack. It has the booklet. It has the PlayStation 3 game. It has the code, all never been used, still sealed. It's worth over $1,000.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
It's
eBay.
still
Go on
sealed?
eBay. Still sealed.
$1,000?
Over $1,000. Yep.
Over $1,000. God
Yep.
damn, boy.
I have a few of these press kit things that are worth money, which is cool. I got a few of them. Yeah.
So would you sell it to me for $1,000 on 1,500 liras?
I'll tell you what. If you have $1,000, yeah, sure.
No, but I'll pay you in liras for 1,500.
Yeah, right. I am thinking that is all we have time for, because I think we've done at least over an hour and a half today. It must be.
I think so.
All right, I'm not going to do beef because, all honesty, I don't have any beef.
Yeah.
I have no beef today.
This week the episode was too long. No beef today. You know, my
No
beef
beef.
was this episode was too long.
Too long. I knew you were going to say that. Right, I'm out. Have yourself a good one, Chris. Where can people find you online?
People can find me online at Taporian, that's Taporin, on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. And don't forget, you can join me online, which is Clint Maximus. Just have a look on Instagram at Clint Maximus. And also, I'm going to do a promotion here right now. Sorry, Chris. I have a brand new single coming out on June 26th under my alias Game Chasers called Wait For Me. So if you see it on anything Spotify, add it to your playlist and show your support. That's June 26th. Brand new single, Game Chasers. Wait For Me. That's it. And,
More importantly, you should follow our Instagram page.
I was just about to say it.
Where's the Beef Gamer podcast? You did not mention it. You plugged
I
your
was
goddamn
about to.
thing
I
before
was about
mentioning
to
it.
mention it. I swear. I said, "Ooh," and then you jumped in. That's what I was about to say.
Nice.
Cool. All right, Chris. Have a good one, man. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Follow us on Instagram at Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast.